Hello Taurus, I am Poetic Heretic, and this is your October 2017 tarot forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So, this month I am doing a spread where I'll have one card for each week, and the fourth card will just be for the rest of the month, and then a fifth card summing up the whole month. So that's what we're doing. Let's see what we get. What does the universe have in store for Taurus, for all Taurians everywhere, for the month of October 2017? Let us see. Well, that must be it. Okay. For the first week, the High Priestess. She's been showing up a lot lately for me, so that's interesting. She's showing up for you guys. And I'm a Taurus moon, so maybe that's why she's showing up. The second week, the Eight of Wands. The third week, the Hierophant. And the fourth week and the rest of the month, the Page of Pentacles. Alright, we're seeing transformation. We're seeing an unveiling of secrets, especially with the High Priestess and Hierophant energy. And we're also seeing a certain level of excitement. So, I'll look deeper into that. But now for the fifth card summing up the whole month, the Eight of Pentacles. Well, isn't that quite Taurian, just working away at things? You guys are such hard workers. Oh, and of course, with the Hierophant here, which is a Taurian card, which is ruled by Taurus. Also notice the double eights, that is the opposite energy of you guys. That is Scorpio, Scorpion energy, and the energy of transformation. So, very interesting here, kind of playing with opposites as well as energy that directly relates to your sign. So let's see what we have. Well, the High Priestess for the first week. She is talking about secrets, the hidden realms, the subconscious and stuff like that. So the first week of the month, expect to be getting in touch with more of your inner world, your inner senses, your intuition, things that may be kind of hidden in your subconscious may come to the surface and stuff like that. This can have to do with like occult knowledge and things of that nature, like theology, mysticism, philosophy, psychology, and spirituality, that whole like realm of things. She's a very powerful card and is an indicator of deep spirituality. And also, interestingly enough, she's a 2, which is, as far as the number itself goes, Taurian. So yet another indicator of your sign of Taurus, being the second sign of the zodiac. She is card 2. So when we see that, and the Hierophant, and even like the Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles here, like this earth energy, a lot of your own energy is showing up this month for you guys. A lot of your own earthy, practical, hard-working, stamina, endurance energy. So that's what we have. But the first week, the emphasis is on the inner realms and the intuition and stuff like that. For week 2, you have the Eight of Wands. This is a card of a fast change of pace, fast action, swiftness, working under pressure, brainstorming, extroversion, taking action, getting things done. And there's definitely an element of transformation here with being an 8 and associated with Scorpio, and with the overall card summing up this month being the Eight of Pentacles, the double eights. When we've only got 5 cards here, that's a very significant sign. This is a time of transformation for you guys, and the second week in particular is going to play a very big role in that. And so, like, what we're seeing here, it's interesting, the sort of contrast. The High Priestess in the first week is very calm and serene and sort of zen and stuff like that. The Eight of Wands comes along all of a sudden and says, this is a fast change of pace, this is suddenness, this is swiftness, fast action. And so that's what you can expect there. But I'm just thinking also here, it's interesting that the High Priestess, though she's not directly associated with the planet Pluto, she is associated with the Death card, which is associated with Pluto. And this Eight of Wands here, the 8, Scorpio, associated with Pluto, and same with the Eight of Pentacles, Scorpio associated with Pluto. And so what really ties these 2 cards together, I would say, and actually these 3 cards, is again this idea of the transformation, but in particular with Pluto, the secrets, like digging deep into the secrets, the sort of deep dark issues, and really bringing them into the light is, I do believe, what we're seeing here, because the High Priestess is referring to the secrets themselves, and the Eight of Wands is referring to the external world, the extroversion. And so this is like bringing those secrets into the light and dealing with them in some way. And it looks like it's going to be a positive way for the vast majority of you. I'm not seeing any significant indicators of anything negative here. This is a positive transformation that you are experiencing, or at the very least positive transformational energy, or transformative energy, if you like. And it is indeed bringing the subconscious depths into the light to be seen, and quite possibly you're going to be taking action on them. And so the third week, we have the Hierophant. This card goes right along with this theme that we've already been exploring, because this card too can talk about sort of the secrets of the universe, but in this case it's in more of a theological, religious, and or spiritual sense. This card is heavily associated with religion and tradition, but in this context, it looks like it's saying in this third week you're really getting in touch more with secrets, not so much just within yourself now, perhaps, but with something more external. Again, we have this Eight of Wands and even the Eight of Pentacles sort of associated with something more external. So this could be like finding out a lot or learning a lot about any sort of subjects that you're interested in that may have a lot of either occult knowledge or just knowledge that not a lot of people are familiar with. And especially, there's again the association with the spiritual element, like a sort of spiritual knowledge is what this card would indicate. And so look for that. And of course, again, it's also a Taurian card, and so there's this energy of the slow moving but very thorough and hard working sort of energy. So, and with this Eight of Pentacles down here, quite possibly a lot of you are working on something right now. You're working away at a project and trying to bring it into fruition. And the Hierophant here is like saying, perhaps after this burst of energy of the Eight of Wands here, all this extroversion and taking action, this is saying, okay, it's time to stay on course and keep working away at this project or whatever it is that you are working on. And what else can we say about this? The Hierophant has a very strong association with like bringing the heavens down to earth, or bringing the secrets of the divine down to earth, like explaining them in a way that the common person can understand them, you know, sort of as above, so below sort of thing. And like with the two keys at the bottom of the card, that's often said to be symbolic of sort of like the keys to the higher realms or whatever. So in that context, it's like saying expect whatever like mysteries or secrets that are revealed here in the first 2 weeks, earlier in the month, to be brought down to earth in the third week. I mean, that's really a huge aspect of what the Hierophant is talking about, like taking these sort of mystical, theological, philosophical, metaphysical things and bringing them down to earth, putting them in plain terms to be simply understood. So we have, I would say, mainly that, and again, the working away sort of energy, you know, at a work project or whatever it happens to be. For the fourth week and the rest of the month, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this implies the energy of sort of an exciting manifestation, an exciting physical manifestation that's either like happening now or you believe is about to happen. Following all of this, I would say this is quite possibly where we see what it is that you've been working towards come into fruition. This could be where that one thing really happens. So again, the Eight of Pentacles is summing up the month, saying this is a month of working away towards something that is very fun and interesting to you and also transformational. And the Page of Pentacles here is where it's really coming into focus, coming into view. So I would say for all Taurians out there, the fourth week and the rest of the month of October is either when this thing that you've been working on manifests, or it's really coming into focus and it's just about to manifest, and maybe it'll manifest like next month, sometime in November. It's also interesting that we are moving into the season of Scorpio this month, and we got the 2 8s indicating the sign of Scorpio, that energy of death and rebirth yet again, you know, the plutonic hell realms, and working with and integrating that secrecy in those hidden realms, those powerful hidden realms, integrating that into ourselves, and that's done by bringing it into the light. And what is the Page of Pentacles doing in this card? He's looking right at the pentacle here. He is focused on it with his conscious mind. His conscious awareness is focused right on it. It is in the perfect light of his awareness. And you know, even looking at sort of the colors of some of these cards, like the Eight of Wands here, we have the blue, which indicates the clarity, clearness, and the Page of Pentacles, we have the yellow background, which is like saying lit by the sun, and the sun is about illuminating things, seeing things really as they are. What else can be said here? A lot of the gray background that we see in the Hierophant as well as the Eight of Pentacles, that to me indicates neutrality, which has to do with objectivity, an objective viewpoint, which is again tying right into seeing things as they are. So that's a big theme in the energy this month for you guys as well, is really seeing things as they are. We have like so many indicators of that here, so it's pretty obvious, if you ask me. And so coming to the final card here, the Eight of Pentacles, I know I've already talked about it some, but just to kind of like sum it up, as it sums up the whole month, is the idea of apprenticeship. Working away on a project that is interesting to you, that you enjoy doing, nearing the completion. Like in the Suit of Pentacles, the 8 is not far from the 10, and that implies that you're sort of nearing completion on something. So again, that is the theme of this month, and it is a transformational step, though. It's stepping away from one phase of the work and moving into another. So whatever that means for you is how that's going to play out. It's, you know, again with the Scorpio energy that has popped up multiple times here, it's entering the world of, well, how should we say this? It's going from one realm to another. Like, it could be seen as going from life to death to new life again, or it could be seen as going from simply like death to rebirth. So like the death realm to the life realm. You know, you're crossing some kind of a threshold, or crossing over a boundary, an apparent boundary, and now you're on the other side of that and working away. Again, transformation is the name of the game. There might even also be a certain sense of like emotional catharsis, particularly with that High Priestess card and the Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. So for those of you who might have gone through some emotional times, and or you feel like you have some issues that you haven't worked through, maybe your shadow self needs to be looked at and integrated. We're seeing that sort of thing happening here. We're seeing the catharsis, we're seeing the shining the light of consciousness on the secrets of the shadow and illuminating them, processing them, dealing with them, and integrating them so that you can be much more of yourself than you have been, and a much more whole and complete self. So that's about it for you this month, Taurus. It looks like a very good month indeed. You have a lot of powerful growth to look forward to. So I would say just keep going with that energy. Um, Go right along with the catharsis, the transformation. Keep working hard as you guys are perfect for. And it looks like whatever you're working on is indeed about to come into fruition. So it's going to be a great month for you guys. Alright, so this has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Taurus for the month of October 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.